Good evening. The grieving family of Ryan Saltern, a 31-year-old Cornishman who was killed on a road in St Teath last summer, are campaigning for hit-and-run drivers to be handed tougher sentences.
Helen and Mark Saltern need their campaign to reach 100,000 signatures before it will be heard in Parliament. They've been speaking to our reporter Grace Pascoe.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ryan.
This was to be Ryan Saltern's last birthday, celebrated at his parents' home, surrounded by family.
Amazing son. Couldn't be prouder of him. He was the spark in the family. He always liked to laugh and joke.
He just lights a room up when he entered, you know.
Do you think you're not going to hold him again? Hug him?
14 months have passed since Helen and Mark's son, Ryan, was killed near to their home in Delabole.
We got woken to a knock on the door, which is every parent's worst nightmare. Ryan was meant to be staying with us that evening. He'd gone out with his friends, they were old school friends, they'd come down from London, and they had got a get-together and gone to the carnival at St Teath.
I took them down because I know they were going for a night out, so mine's usually pretty safe like that.
We didn't sleep, we kept waking.
We knew there's something, strange, because we never settle until he's home. No matter what age, they're still your children. And like you said, we had a knock at the door at 8 o'clock, and I did the mistake of looking out the bedroom window and saw the police. And
just know, the minute you see them, you know. I just asked, they said he'd been in a hit and run, and I just asked, is he dead? And they said yes. Sorry.
Ryan was hit by a car on this stretch of road in St Teath on the 28th of July 2019. The driver, Jordan Shilling from Delabole, pleaded guilty to failing to stop and failing to report an accident. Helen and Mark say the sentence he received wasn't severe enough.
The words that my son's dead and the words, "You're free to go, Mr Shilling," will haunt me like a smile, because that's what he said at the end. And he got a 4-month suspended sentence, a couple of £100 fine.
12 months driving ban.
And that's it. For my son's life, the value of his life.
It's nothing. I could do that.
Grief is hard enough without injustice added to it. And having your loved one's life feel so worthless, I can't explain, it's just heart-wrenching.
Currently, hit-and-run drivers face a maximum sentence of 6 months, where there is no other evidence of careless or dangerous driving. Ryan was a postman from Probus. He was a father to Harry, a husband, a son, a brother and a friend to many.
Weeks and weeks of being in shock. It just doesn't seem real. Still doesn't seem real.
Ryan's family want the government to toughen the sentences that can be handed down to hit-and-run drivers.
The government make it so difficult. You need 100,000 signatures just to get it considered for Parliament. Thankfully, there's a lady up country that has allowed us to join with her on the petition so that we'll get in together nationally.
In a statement, a Ministry of Justice spokesperson said, "Our thoughts remain with the family and friends of Mr Saltern. While the independent judiciary will consider the facts of each case, drivers who fail to stop can face more serious charges, which can carry a maximum of life in prison." For Mark and Helen, treasured memories like these are all they have left of Ryan, and they don't want any other family to face the same loss as they have. Grace Pascoe, ITV News, Delabole.